I'm going to be honest and say I don't think the Beach Boys music is for me. Now, I grew up listening to predominantly hip-hop music, UK grime, bashment, garage music, and I would say that the Beach Boys sound is like the opposite spectrum musically of what I grew up listening to. And I think so much of your ear is really dependent on what you were listening to growing up. And so I've always found it difficult to get into the Beach Boys music. The little bits and bobs I've heard in adverts and stuff, just in all honesty, it just sounds like barbershop quartet music, and I've never quite got it. But that's what this channel is all about, trying out new genres of music, rewinding, checking out things that I wouldn't have normally checked out. So I'm going to try and keep an open mind. I also find that this experience of having headphones in and really focusing on the music does help enhance whatever I'm listening to. So maybe that's what I'll find through this. So hope you guys enjoy the reaction, and I'll try to be as honest as possible. Here we go. This is Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. If you do end up enjoying the video, hit me with a like, maybe share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, join our awesome community by subscribing. Let's go.
I love the colorful clothes you wear and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair.
Very psychedelic.
I hear the sound of a gentle word on the wind that lifts her perfume through the air. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the
Wow, that switched up really quick.
I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitation. Good vibrations. She's giving me
Okay, there might be a lot of stopping in this video. I just want to kind of understand musically what's happening there, right? So they had a sort of intro section there that was like kind of spooky and psychedelic. That part of the song sounded very interesting to me. It was like telling the story of like looking for someone almost, right? And it sounded incredibly mysterious, and then it almost changed immediately into something much more sunny and positive. But they've got quite a lot going on in the background. There's obviously the harmonies, but they also have this kind of weird like alien noise. It's like a high-pitched not high-pitched screeching, but like a high-pitched loopy sound in the background. See if you guys can catch that. I'm going to actually take it all the way back to the beginning. I really want to understand this music, so I'm going to take it all the way back and go again.
I love the colorful clothes you wear and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair.
He's like kind of longing for someone, right?
I hear the sound of a gentle word.
I really like this part.
That lifts her perfume through the air. I'm picking up good vibrations.
Can you hear that?
She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations. Close my eyes, she's somehow closer now. Softly smile, I know she must be kind.
Wow, okay.
In her eyes, she goes with me to a blossom room. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations.
This is a trippy song, man.
Good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations. Excitations. Good vibrations.
Okay, firstly, apologies, I hadn't been following along the lyrics in the beginning. I was just trying to understand the soundscape, but it's actually a much more psychedelic song than I expected. This is kind of like prog music, you know. Before, I think a lot of people were probably making prog music in the sense that the verse and the chorus is almost two different songs, if you ask me. The verse sound, maybe this is like hyper picky, but the sound of the verse section of it is really cool. I really like what they're doing there. It's like kind of describing a girl who seems to be madly in love with. When he closes his eyes, he can see this person's, and it sounds very mysterious. And then it switches up into, you know, I have to be honest and say, music that sounds like barbershop quartet music. I'm not really a fan of that part of it, and the switch up is kind of jarring. It's like very sudden and shocking. But yeah, there's a lot to kind of take in. I'm gonna keep this thing rolling, not to slow it down again. I'll back it up and go again. Here we go. Good vibration, good vibrations, it's switched up again.
I don't know where, but she sends me there.
Dude, what the hell? This is a trippy song, man. It keeps switching.
Gotta keep those loving good vibrations are happening with her. Gotta keep those loving good vibrations are happening with her. Gotta keep those loving good vibrations.
Love this section, man. I really like this section. It seems like every part of the song is like a different song. Okay, you guys have to excuse the pausing. I think it's a super interesting track, and there's a lot to kind of speak about, and we're kind of going through it together, right? What I'm kind of guessing and seeing from the music is that each section is different. I think verse 1 and verse 2 had similarities, and the choruses seem to be similar. This chorus seems to have changed, though, now that we're here. But the bridge was different, and that last hook was definitely different. This bit that they called hook. Very trippy song. I didn't expect to see a psychedelic kind of experience, and this really reminds me of the track A Day in the Life by the Beatles. We can get into that a little bit at the end when the song finishes eventually, but it has a lot of similarities. I'm going to go back and go again. Switched up again. That high-pitched noise. Okay, wow, that has to be one of the most interesting listens I've had so far. So let's kind of discuss this music, and maybe that comparison I made to A Day in the Life. I remember when I heard that track for the first time, it blew me away. Not in the sense that I love it. It's not a song that I've repeated and listened to like other songs on this channel, like When the Levee Breaks. I've heard that a bunch of times after. I love that song. But it was super interesting musically because there were two separate parts. There was Lennon's part, which I found to be brilliant, psychedelic. I thought the writing was incredible about this guy who was stuck in the lights. And I find similarities in this. There's parts of this thing that I think, wow, like what is this? This is amazing. It sounds psychedelic, trippy, has a very cool atmosphere to it. Like this hook section here was amazing. Oops, it's kind of hard to highlight. This hook section all the way up to this bit, right, was really, really cool. I thought the outro was quite interesting too. Now these choruses I didn't love, and in the same way in the A Day in the Life track, I didn't love McCartney's part where you like kind of teleported into his childhood again, right? But what I can say about these songs, and I'm making the comparison between the Beach Boys and the Beatles, in those particular tracks, is they're so interesting musically. It sounds like every part is unique. And that was something I wasn't expecting at all, man. Very interesting track, man. Now, what I would like to hear from you guys is maybe an explanation of this song. What was this song about? Could you explain what it was musically as well? Because I'm pretty sure there'll be some fantastic breakdowns of what happened musically with this track. There's a lot going on there. And then also maybe cool if you guys explain to me why you love the Beach Boys, because although a very interesting song, it's definitely not my type of music. So it'd be cool if you guys explained what you think is so great about the Beach Boys, and maybe I can kind of incorporate that into the next videos I make about them. So all in all, a very interesting listen. I'll give you guys that much. Oh, I'll say that much at least about this track. Very, very interesting musically to hear.